Welcome back everyone to episode 8 and our final episode in our Oneblock Skyblock series. We've had a lot of fun so far beating up this singular block to get all our materials to build our island, and I'm loving our progress so far. As usual, I didn't do too much building in between episodes so you don't miss out on the fun, but I did put together these trees. Say that 3 times fast with an Irish accent. But these are trees that will fill out the area, make it look a little more full, a little more lived in. And we love that, don't we? We have a lot to do this episode. I have great ideas for our final episode. We have a couple of things that I want to do before we reach the end at all. And that's going to be a goal for this episode, is to get to the end. So we better get busy right now. So first thing on the list is going to be finding a home for these guys here. These traders have been here for weeks. Some of them since week 1, and they've built up over time. And they've been happy little traders hanging about, and they've been with me through thick and thin. So I think they deserve a place of their own to live, and that's the plan, is to build a few little trading stalls for these guys to sit in and peddle their wares without fear of being mutilated by monsters, or let's face it, me. And there we are, our little marketplace is finished, and I'm loving this. I really like that these guys have a home now, and the island feels like it's not just me living in it. Other people have a place, it's not so lonely anymore. As you saw in the time lapse, I made 4, 2 over there and 2 over here, and they're fairly simple but nice and effective, I think. They have their own little flower gardens on their islands, nice and private, and their little path here that leads up into the area where they go in. And this is the vending area. This guy Philip, he has dyes mostly, and so he mostly sells dyes, but he also has other wares in the back like flowers and things like that. So now that we're happy with that, we get to move on to the next project, which is going to be getting to the end. Those who watched last week's episode will know that we got this portal last week, and I haven't done anything with it yet, so I'm going to have to do some preparation this week before we jump in and get going at that dragon. I really want to finish the game this episode, but I also really want a pair of wings, so that's going to be on the agenda. First things first, I have to get together all my ingredients that I'm going to need for my trip to the end, including some arrows and fireworks, just in case I get those wings, because you have to be prepared, folks. Always be prepared. In our previous episode, where we went to the Nether, we were disappointed with no fortress, and therefore no blazes, and so blaze rods were at a premium. Meaning, of course, that Eyes of Ender are at a premium, but with those couple that I've just picked up and blaze rods I have upstairs that just dropped out of the one block as we were going along, it turns out that I will have plenty to mix with these Ender Pearls and make myself plenty of Eyes of Ender. I even have enough to make myself a couple of chests, I think. There we go. Put those together and we're good to go. It's always great to have an Ender chest when you're going into the end, and you might, let's say, you will inevitably die. Okay, nervous. Let's get to this. And down here it's a little cramped, to be honest, where they put this portal. Not ideal, but we'll deal with what we've got and quickly get stuck into this dragon. Get that fight out of the way, because everybody's fought the dragon, haven't they? So you don't need to watch too much of that. I'm going to get through that really quickly and then get into our end cities. This thing looks like a giant bowl of sugary cereal. I think maybe I'm just hungry, so I better just get going. Let's fight this dragon. We got the advancement, the end, question mark. Why question mark? Existential crisis? No. Fight dragon. Let's go. Whoopah! 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 Boing! Got him. Boing! Got him. Boing! Got him. Whoopah! Oh, one more. Another one. Pew. Avada That's it. We got it. That's the end of the end dragon in the end for the end of all ends. End. Well, I'm still hungry, so anyone fancy an omelette? Here's a little dragon egg trick. Most people know, maybe some people don't. Leave a block above, put a torch underneath, dig out said block. Egg drops, free egg. Omelettes for everyone. I once spent 5 hours in the outer islands looking for end cities, so I'm not going to bore you with the details of this whole process, but you can take for granted that I've travelled some more, met some interesting people. I actually didn't get into a fight with any folks. I finally found my city. Did a little dance because I'm Irish and it's genetically required that I do a jig when I'm excited. But having found my island, I realised that I didn't know for sure that it had a boat, so then I panicked. But then I handled it. Having finally gotten close enough to realise that there really was a boat, a nice, beautiful boat over there that I can use me blocks to get up to. I'm going to go straight up from underneath, so wish me luck that I don't die, because I haven't died so far, which is a miracle. Remember, children, that sometimes in life you are without a Red Bull and therefore must make it your own responsibility to get your own wings. And that's what we're going to do right now, with this shulker being the only impediment to our success. Bugger you, bugger you and your balls. Ah, he got me. I have to float around and just be ineffective for a moment. Not perfect, not as cool as I thought I'd be, but I'm still going to get my wings. Let's do this. Hey, the sky's the limit and away we go. There's nothing I love more in Minecraft than your first flight, because, you know, everything puckers up a little bit because it's been a while since you've done it. I seem to have it down, though I'm not too worried now that I'm in the air at least. Not to say that flying over the void isn't always a terrifying experience, but we're on our way home. All I need to do is find myself a portal. After inevitably flying around for ages and not finding any portals, I actually found this other end city that had a boat, so why not help myself to another set of wings? Spares are always a good thing, right? So I've detoured. It also means that if these ones run out while I'm trying to find my portal home, I'll have those spares so that I don't fall and smash my face. And no, I didn't take note of the portal that I came into, because that would be smart. And where's the fun in that? Yoink. Let's have a look and see if there's anything good in here. Well, there's some diamonds. That's good. I believe I can fly. Woo. There it is. Finally, we got to our portal, shining in the distance like a veritable beacon. I guess it is. It's a beacon, so that makes sense. Let's go home. I'm going mad out here. Let's be honest. So after 8 weeks, 8 episodes, and lots of fun and adventures, there's the final credits. But don't you dare go anywhere, because we are not finished, even if the game has been. I still have one more thing up my sleeve that I want to do in this episode. But before completing our final build, let me have a fly around and a quick look from above at what we've achieved so far. Don't you just love flying around in Minecraft and looking down at the builds that you've made over all this time? Really is a gorgeous bird's eye view. Then I can sail off into the sunset. Speaking of which, I've been thinking about how to finish this project off and make this island feel like it's fully connected to an outside world. We've gotten everything that we could possibly want from this one block over all these weeks. And whilst we also have our lovely portal down here, that also doesn't make it feel necessarily like this island is connected to an outside world of people and bustling business. And all this island has become, of its own volition, is a big trading hub. You can tell by the trading halls and by the marketplaces, it feels like it should be bustling. And for that reason, it feels like it should have a large trade ship arrived at the Skyport. So that's what we're going to build right now. And there she blows! That's our trade ship completed, and that's the final build of the final episode. I've really enjoyed this series. I hope you guys have too. Thank you very much, especially if you followed along all the way. We'll have plenty more series coming up on the channel very soon, so hang tight. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification to get notified when that new series starts. In the meantime, you can catch me on the community tab in the channel at all times. Don't be afraid to leave comments and suggestions. I love to hear from you guys. You can also catch me on Twitter. You can see me on Pinterest. I'm also on Reddit. I'm all over the place. Just check out the links in the description. You can find me wherever you need to find me. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you guys to have a last look at all the progress that we made over the last few weeks before we sail off into the sunset. Have a good day, have a great week, and I will be seeing you next time.